So I decided to make the pasta, the Gigi Hadid one everyone's been talking about on TikTok. You're going to add some olive oil to a pan and put some onion in that, let that simmer. Then you're going to add in some garlic, let that simmer. A tablespoon of tomato paste, mix that up. You want to keep mixing. Half a cup of heavy cream. Keep mixing it up until it looks like that. Some salt, black pepper, smoked paprika, chili flakes, a little more chili flakes, garlic powder, then a tablespoon of butter, Parmesan cheese. Mix it up with some pasta water, and it looks like that. Final product.
Hi, my name's Priya, and this is how my boyfriend makes vegetarian spaghetti bolognese. He starts off by cooking the beef-free mince, then he adds some salt and pepper, a handful of cherry tomatoes because they just taste so good, 2 cayenne peppers, and this bolognese sauce that I'm so obsessed with. He then set the sauce aside so the water can evaporate and cooked up the pasta. I love snacking on food while people are cooking. And then he mixed it all up, and I just love cheese, so I had to add cheese, and Sid served it all out, and then I topped it off with some more cheese and a little bit of basil. This recipe is now one of my top 5 favorite things to eat. I hope you enjoyed this video. Bye!
McNuggets. Start with that chicken breast. Go ahead and cut it up into little cubes, and we're gonna blend it in batches, and we're gonna pulse it. You could use a grinder if you have one, but I don't have one. I'm guessing a lot of you don't have one. You could use a blender, works just as good. Season the meat with a bunch of salt and pepper, and then the key to shaping your nuggets is to keep your hands wet so it doesn't stick to you. So you feel me? We made a few McDonald's shapes, and we went off with some dinosaurs, made a country, and look at that. I don't know what that is. Throw it into the freezer for like 2 hours. For the dry mix, we're going to go flour, cornstarch, salt, pepper, onion powder, garlic powder, mix it up. For the wet batter, we're going to go eggs, half a cup of water, 1/4 cup of cornstarch, and whip that up. Then once your nuggets are hard, we're going to go dry, wet, and then leave on there. And then once you do that, you're going to heat up some oil. Once it bubbles around the stick, the wood, the chopstick, throw them into the oil. Make sure they don't stick to each other. Fry them for about 2 minutes each side. Take them out, and you got chicken McNuggets. Yes, Start with that chicken thigh, pat it dry. Get them all in a bowl. Season them all with Tabasco, cayenne, salt, pepper, and garlic powder. Mix it up until it looks just like that. 2 cups of flour, cayenne, paprika, cornstarch, salt, and pepper. Mix it up. That's the flour mix. 2 eggs, buttermilk. Want to mix that up. Pour that over the chicken. Mix up the chicken, get it in there, and let it sit. Then coat the chicken very well in the flour. Spicy mayonnaise, paprika, cayenne, Tabasco. Simple. Mix. Oil in. Check that it's hot enough. Has to be hot enough. You want to hear that noise. Chicken thigh, 5 to 6 minutes each side. Golden brown. Then flip. After that, take it out. Just like that. Toasted brioche bun. Spicy mayonnaise, both sides. Pickles. That chicken. Top it. Yes.
What's up, y'all? So tonight for dinner I made my butter baked chicken bites. So I'm gonna go ahead and show y'all how I do that. So you're gonna go ahead and get your chicken. I'm using 3 chicken breasts, and you're gonna wash those off, of course, and then you can go ahead and cut them up. I'm using my scissors to cut them. You're gonna cut them in about 1 inch to 2 inch cubes. And then once you're done with that, you're going to go ahead and throw it in a bucket with some olive oil and choose your seasonings. I did Himalayan salt, Mrs. Dash, onion powder, some Italian seasonings, some black pepper, some paprika, some cayenne pepper, and some garlic, and a little bit of parsley flakes. And then you're going to mix that up, and then you're going to throw some butter on it. The butter is what makes it, and then you're going to put it on 400 for about 20 minutes. And while that's starting to cook, you can go ahead and wash off your asparagus, cut that up, and come back for part 2. What's up, y'all? This is part 2 of the butter baked chicken. So go ahead and put your cooking oil on a baking sheet for your asparagus, and then you're going to want to check your chicken halfway through and go ahead and stir it up so it cooks evenly, and then throw that asparagus in a bowl, and then add your olive oil to it and then your seasonings. So for my seasonings, I do pink Himalayan salt, some garlic powder, and some onion powder. And then my favorite is adding Parmesan cheese to it, so yummy and cheesy. And then I also add some panko breadcrumbs to give it that little bit of crunch. And then you're going to mix that up, make sure it's evenly coated. And then I always add what's on the bottom of the bowl on top, which is normally the breadcrumbs and the cheese. It doesn't always stick that well. Then you're going to go ahead and put that in the oven for about 10 to 12 minutes, depending on how you like your asparagus. And then go ahead and grab your chicken out. And y'all, it's so good. Drizzle that butter sauce on some mashed potatoes, and it's so good, y'all. Here's the asparagus. If y'all tried this, please let me know in the comments. It's so good, I promise.
दोस्तों, आज की रेसिपी है KFC जैसी फ्राइड चिकन, ऊपर से क्रिस्पी अंदर से सॉफ्ट। तो चलिए शुरू करते हैं। ये चिकन ले लिया है मैंने, इसमें आधा चम्मच अदरक लहसुन का पेस्ट, एक नींबू का रस, थोड़ी सी दही, चाट मसाला आधा चम्मच, कुटी हुई काली मिर्च आधा चम्मच, स्वाद अनुसार नमक। इसे मिला के 1 घंटे के लिए छोड़ देना है। ये मक्के की पपड़ी है, इसे आपको क्रश कर लेना है। इसमें 3 चम्मच मैदा, 3 चम्मच कॉर्नफ्लोर डाल देना है, फिर स्वाद अनुसार नमक डाल देना है, लाल मिर्च पाउडर डाल देना है, और ये चिली सीड्स डाल देनी है थोड़ी सी। अच्छे से मिला के साइड में रख लेना है। 2 अंडा तोड़ लेना है बाउल में, दूध 1 कटोरी, स्वाद अनुसार नमक, और इसे फेंट के रख लेना है। चिकन लेंगे, अंडे में डुबोएंगे, और फिर इस मिक्सचर में इसे मिला लेंगे, अच्छी तरह से कोटिंग कर लेंगे। देखिए कोटिंग हो गई है। अब गरम तेल में हम इसे तल लेंगे, लो मीडियम फ्लेम पे 10 से 15 मिनट तक। तैयार है हमारी KFC जैसी ऊपर से क्रिस्पी और अंदर से सॉफ्ट चिकन। आपका कोई सवाल हो तो कमेंट बॉक्स में पूछ